Welcome to Tattoo Titans. Here, the best professional tattoo artists from around the country battle each other and the clock as they compete for $10,000.
I got a pretty badass style.
To get it, they'll have their skills tested in 3 rounds of challenges.
Game on, brother. Party time.
Our panel of industry heavyweights will judge the artist's work.
Don't dig yourself a hole you can't climb out of.
In this battle, 4 tattoo artists will enter, but only 1 will leave with bragging rights and the cash prize.
You cannot tell me that that's a good-looking tattoo.
Who will take home the $10,000 and the title of Tattoo Titan? First up, Vinny Jackson from Brooklyn, New York.
I've been tattooing almost 30 years. I got into tattooing when it was actually illegal in New York City. We were tattooing out of basements, out of kitchens. I never thought tattooing would get as big as it is now. It's really unbelievable. I want to prove that an old guy could be a tattoo titan as well.
Entering the tattoo shop next, Melanie Mitchell from Tampa, Florida.
I have a very competitive side. I feel like competition fuels me. I feel like that little fire under my ass really just gets me working. And I just want people to know that I came here to win and I came here to show what I can do.
Next up, J. Michael Taylor from Cleveland, Ohio.
Before I tattooed, I was a graphic designer, web developer for about 7 years, wearing a suit and tie in a cubicle. It was the longest 7 years of my life. Being a tattoo artist has changed my life for a lot of good reasons. I get to do the art that I love to do. I came to get the money because I know I'm good enough to win it.
And our final artist, Joe Nieves from Hollywood, Florida.
I've been tattooing approximately 16 years, and I do a lot of Polynesian work, Asian-themed work, and a lot of realistic photo replications. I'm also a firefighter paramedic, and I have a large clientele of firefighter and police. What a shock.
Artists, you'll be competing in 3 rounds. Skin's choice, artist's choice, and judge's choice. After each round, the judges will decide which tattoo is the weakest, and that artist is going home. Let's meet our judges. Bernadette Macias travels the globe as a tattoo model and MC. In addition to that, she is the face of Soul + Clothing. Our special guest judge, Christmas Abbott, is one badass babe. She is a huge fan of tattoos and a star athlete. She led 2 teams to the CrossFit Games and is a member of a NASCAR pit crew. And finally, Ami James. Ami James is a world-famous tattoo artist who starred on the hit show Miami Ink. Ami owns the internationally known South Beach Tattoo Parlor, Love Hate Tattoos.
I see Ami James, I'm like, oh boy, this is real.
All right, artists, for this round, your skins are also some badass babes. They all won tattoos that show off how they're fierce and feminine. In each of your tattoo cases, you will find a personal item your skin has left for you. Your challenge is to use that item as the centerpiece for your tattoo design. You will have a total of 3 hours to sketch out your design and complete your tattoo. Artists, please open your cases. Okay, the items are a tiger, brass knuckles, a roller skate, and a zombie mask.
The theme's badass babes, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this zombie mask.
Artists, your time starts now.
Hey, I'm Melody.
Alexis.
Nice to
meet you.
I'm super excited.
I know, me too.
What was your inspiration for this?
I really just get really
You
out
ever
of
beat
control
anyone's
when I
ass
drink.
with
I haven't with those, but they are my second pair. My first pair got taken away.
I think she's not something to be taken lightly, and I think that I got a pretty badass style. The first thing that came to mind for me was maybe just like a hand gripping them.
Okay.
Maybe with like a flower in the hand.
Yeah, that's
and like
fine.
a little blood splatter
Oh, I like
dripping
that.
down the hand and a little bit on the flower.
Yeah, so that sounds great.
Awesome.
Hi, what's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca Vinny.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, this is going where now?
Right here.
On the thigh? My skin, Rebecca, tells me that she competes in roller derby. You want just like a realistic rendition of the skate?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a specialized skate. It's not your random skate. It's something designed for roller derby. Did you want to do it in this color scheme? Or
Well, yeah, I mean, I was thinking black and then the green wheels and then green laces.
I'm worried because it's a very detailed item to do.
Hi, I'm Casey. I want to get like a big tiger piece.
But you want like a full, like an aggressive thing, or
I
you
don't
want
want
like
it
a
to
passive?
be, so I still want it to be like feminine and like pretty and
Like, you know, smooth?
more like sensual tiger.
Hi.
Jen.
Jen. J.
to
Michael.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. So this is the thing I pull out of the magic box. and was very surprised to see that.
Yeah, well, I'm a special effects makeup artist, so
Cool.
that explains the zombie mask.
Heck yeah. All right. Are we wanting just the mask? Do you want a face behind it? Are you
I'm pretty
looking for
open.
some
I mean,
blood
I
splatter?
can do blood, I can do skulls.
Good. Let's start drawing.
I'm just going to sketch it.
Okay.
She wanted the skate to be as realistic as possible and dead on. My first steps are to sketch it, of course, as close as possible to the original. I spend a little extra time on the sketch because my skin wants it to look somewhat realistic.
Drawing a mask is a little bit difficult. It has really no form. The two of us sit down and figure out, instead of doing the mask, we're gonna do a cool rocker zombie chick. That's exactly how I like it, honey.
So, how long you been wanting to get this tiger?
I don't know, I just like what they represent and like strength and everything and like willpower and everything.
How's it going, Vinny?
Hey, Avi.
It's a pleasure, brother. So what are you getting, darling?
Roller skate.
Roller skate.
A roller
You're
derby.
a roller derby?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Awesome. That's really, really cool. So what are you going to do?
Well, she wants to do it basically black and gray. She wants to introduce a little bit of color in the wheels and the laces. And try to do it as realistic as possible.
Good luck and have
good.
fun and enjoy it.
Thank you.
A pleasure. You guys going to do this in color?
Yes.
You've been tattooed for how long?
7 years. Ami James does not make me nervous. Could I please have you lay on your stomach for me?
Oh, all right. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm just ready to blow everyone out of the water.
How's it going?
It's going. Got a brass knuckle game going with the flower. I'm gonna add some blood, but we're gonna just draw that on once we get the stencil ready.
How long you been tattooing?
3 years.
3 years, and you're going to attempt to do a hand.
It won't be my first.
It won't be your first, but I doubt you did that many in 3 years.
I've definitely struggled with making a hand correct on numerous occasions, so I understand the
Why would you take the chance of doing a hand on a competition? I don't understand. This is for $10,000. You want to risk drawing a hand? Because I tell you what, we're going to judge you for that hand.
All right.
But if I were you, I would say don't dig yourself a hole you can't climb out of. Good luck.
I do appreciate it. That's all right. At this point, we're 35 minutes in. Everyone else is setting up. I'm ready to set up, and now I have to scratch my design and start all over again. I'm freaking out. I'm gonna grab my pencils again.
All right.
Ready? Here we go. Line one. Line one of many.
A lot less painful than some other places on my body, that's for sure. Yeah.
Just want to angle this a little bit differently. My new design is 2 roses and brass knuckles. To get a little creative, I weave the stem of the rose through the brass knuckles.
Being that I have the skate right in front of me, and it looks like it's been worn a little bit, I'm trying to give that effect into my shading, trying to make it look a little abused.
Nerves are definitely working against me because at this point, I am just now getting my machine going. With the design being so basic, I figure strategically, I have to just kill it with the line work.
The hardest part of doing the zombie mask is give a little bit more color in the piece and feminize up the piece just a little bit so that it doesn't come off too gruesome.
Is everybody gonna make it? I think everybody else is in the same boat as me. They're all scrambling to finish.
I start to put color into my piece and I'm thinking, should I have just left this black and gray because now I have more work to do.
I'm on my white now, so not too much longer.
Sweet.
Most of the tattoos that I know are made in those last final moments. It's the gleam of the white off the eyes or that little bit of light off the lips, just those couple little points that really bring it to life.
Want to put another color inside the numbers?
No, I don't know. I kind of like it like that.
Okay. I'm trying to talk her into doing some more color, but she won't have it. She just wants the wheels and the laces. I wish I could put some more color in.
I'm already hearing the judges' critiques. I already know what's wrong with my piece, and I'm just wanting to rip my own head off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. Artists, your skins all wanted tattoos that show they were badass babes. The judges have had a chance to review your work. But before you hear from them, they want to hear from you. Joe, please tell the judges about your work.
Obviously, I got the toy tiger, and she was okay with doing black and gray because she wanted a rather large tattoo. I think I used my time efficiently, and I think I did a pretty decent tattoo, so I'm happy with it.
I like that the tiger is nice and soft. It's not aggressive, and so it really did balance the strength and the femininity that we were looking for. However, I think that the proportions are a bit off, and especially with the lotus flower being that large.
Were you done with the lotus, or were you going to add more?
I think any tattoo can be improved on, so I think
Very true.
if I had more time, of course, I would do even more.
That's probably the best thing that we always recognize in our work is how we could have done it better. And in this case, I see a tattoo that's done super clean. The transitions of the grays are very, very soft. I would have, probably done it a little bit different. I would have definitely loved to see a little bit of some stonework, just so there's something there, and he's stepping over something instead of floating down the leg. But besides that, it's a good-looking tattoo.
J. Michael, please tell the judges about your tattoo.
We decided that we were going to make it sort of a girl zombie when I decided to use a little bit more of a brighter color palette to sort of pop it out and give her more of that sort of punk rock zombie girl feel.
I appreciate the creativity. I like that you tilted the head and brought like the shoulder up and the hair longer, so there's a bit of flow to where you place this tattoo. But the thing that bothers me most is I don't understand your style. The face is very messy to me. Is this your typical style?
This isn't quite exactly what I normally do.
And I think you might have overthought this tattoo. From here up, I see a really, really cool tattoo. The hair is really cool because it's got this punk flow where it's moving up and then down, and it's got this really cool feel. And as you get lower, it starts getting a little messier. Is it a zombie or is it a skull? Is it in between? And if it is, I want to see the skin kind of tearing back and peeling back a bit.
You really took a femininity side and tried to bring it out as much as possible with working with a zombie mask. So, taking it from a calf size to a full wall size, is there anything that you see on this in larger detail that you would do differently?
I felt like I did a decent tattoo in the time allotted. I like it.
Vinny, please tell the judges about your tattoo.
Well, my skin, Rebecca, competes in roller derby, and she brought in, obviously, a roller skate, which I was surprised to see. I pretty much gave her exactly what she wanted. I asked if she wanted to introduce more color to it, and she was dead set against it. And, I'm pretty, I'm happy with it.
You've been tattooing for a long time, and you've been through this game for so many years that aesthetically, you cannot tell me that that's a good-looking tattoo. It was your choice to pick a better design and maybe make one skate kind of, in an angle, and another one that's kind of facing forward and down, and made him hanging off a string, but something that would have made it look cool and old school.
She didn't want anything creative. She just said, do the skate.
That's what she wanted. She wanted that skate exactly the way you see it.
I love that she came in and was like, this is what I want, and you gave her exactly what she asked for.
She was the customer.
So with that, sometimes I also think that they need to see a little bit of a different option, because sometimes what we have in our head isn't always what it comes out to be. And I would like to have seen a little bit more creativity with the ribbon.
I actually wanted to add a little more color. On the actual skate, there was a red trim on top, and I wanted to even add that in. She didn't want it. She thought it was going to be too Christmassy with the green.
Okay, well, I won't take offense to that, but...
Melody, please tell the judges about your work.
I try and think outside of the box, and my original idea was just way too far-fetched for the time limit, and luckily I did change it. So it's a bit simpler, and I was the last one to start, so I'm happy I finished it.
I like the creativity that went into this, but you intertwined it through the stem, which is very creative to me, which I adore that you did. But what I don't like is how dark your brass knuckles are.
Brass knuckles are totally lost in this. If you just glance over, it looks like there's just roses. I'd like to see the brass knuckles much larger and take more of a centerpiece with the roses supporting that.
Brass knuckles are made out of brass. You didn't need to put black shading on brass because in reality, when you look at brass, it's like glass. It won't reflect black shading. If I were you, I would have done definitely the brass knuckles a little bit bigger, but I would have definitely kept them brighter. And you could see them. And then if you would have done bright red in the back of this, it would have actually made that yellow pop even more than what it does now.
Thank you.
All right, artists, we've heard what the judges have had to say. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the screen, you've been marked out. Artists, the judges have made a decision. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the screen, you have been marked out of the competition.
Vinny came down really to creative flow versus technique. And there was a lot more on creative and flow on the other tattoos than the technique you've proved on this one.
I really feel the judges have gotten this wrong. I think my tattoo was deserving to make it to the next round. The brass knuckle with the roses that Melody did, I don't think was up to par.
Artists, please open your tattoo cases. Your flash art has to do with brawn and beauty.
There's no way in hell I'm about to draw some barbells on someone.
Your job is to take these two pieces and use it as inspiration for a killer tattoo. You will have a total of 3 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. All right, artists, beauty, brawn, 3 hours starts now.
Hello. Yeah. I'm thinking a nice face. I can put some voluptuous lips. I want to do the mouth, nice lips, eyes, this portion of the face.
Nah. It's not like a sexy chick holding like a dumbbell.
But then I have to do a whole figure.
Like a Betty Boop kind of thing.
No way is that going down. And it's a stupid idea, and I immediately realized this tattoo is going to be very difficult because she looks like a strong personality that might not take my suggestions.
Hey.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Melody.
Brittany.
The first thing that came to mind for this design, you know the classic, like, World War II, we can do it girl that's flexing?
Yeah.
I say we just do kind of our own version of that.
Oh, I like that.
I want to do a pinup that's flexing and just showing she's sexy and she can whoop some ass.
Yappy.
Jay.
Nice to meet you,
Come on up here and talk to me for a minute. So we have the lips and the barbells.
Okay.
My sort of idea for it was to do a stone sort of statue of a female with a crack coming down her neck into her chest with a flower growing out of the crack.
That actually is really original, and I really like floral work.
Perfect. Great. You know, it's much better when I make the decisions anyways.
What about the barbell in the lips? No?
That's kind of basic.
It is basic.
Yeah. I don't have time to discuss this anymore. We have to go over to the drawing table. Come on with me.
Okay.
You come over here. And I got to draw this thing and prove to her I got the skills to do this and basically sell her the idea. Just a waste of my time.
Every time I work on human anatomy, I always start with the figure completely nude just to make sure I get the proportions correct. And then if I'm going to add clothing, I do it later.
I like to work from reference. I can remember what a lot of stuff looks like, but I can't remember what everything looks like. What I'm thinking is mixing these two a little bit. I feel I have a huge leg up on creativity. I'm going to show them what I can do, and I'm going to leave everyone in the dust when I do it.
You're going to have to be my model.
Okay.
Okay?
And if it is your face, I'd rather be my face.
Well, good. Like I said, you have good hair for this. So I start utilizing her for my model.
What about this? With the barbell thing going, like.
Feeding into her ego, which she looks like she's got a pretty big one. So it's working right into my game plan, and time is a-ticking.
Is naked cool?
I like naked.
I love naked. She looks badass naked. I mean, we were born naked and the rest is drag.
Right.
Party time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What's going on? What's up, buddy? How you feeling? Is that you?
Yeah, it is me.
Kind of, yeah.
Sort of.
It was an inspiration.
Now I see what's going on
Put me
here.
in there.
It just kind of worked out that she was my reference.
For $10,000, you're willing to take that risk?
For me? Yeah.
All right, cool. You have more confidence than I do right now. Keep doing what you're doing. How you doing, lovely?
Good, how are you?
All right. This image is a very, very cool image because it's been used to represent women's strength and power for so many years. And that should actually put some more stress over you because it's been done so many times so nicely.
Yeah, gotta come correct.
Yes. And you feel fine with that?
Yeah.
Cool. I hope you finish it.
Let's do some coloring. Originally, I'm thinking I want to get some light blues in there, some reds, some yellows, and black and brown, and some white highlights. And once I realize how much time we have left, I'm thinking, no, scratch that, go with a more Sailor Jerry simplistic style.
Doing the flower with the lighting behind it, you know, I don't think that the piece is even gonna start coming together until I get the yellow in.
Tattooing the hair, and I realized this is the part where I could save a lot of time. I bust out my shader, and I'm just start whipping the long black areas before I detail it.
Oh my gosh.
It's even better than I imagined.
Probably still gonna be going down to the second, but it's okay too. The final moments, that's when you start noticing things that you could have maybe done better.
I don't know if I'm gonna do everything that I want. I'm worried about the color palette. I might have gone a little too simplistic. I'm freaking out, and I'm just hoping that someone dropped the ball a little more than I did.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. Artists, your skins all got tattoos that had to do with brawn and beauty. The judges have all had a chance to review your work, but before you hear from them, they want to hear from you. Joe, please explain your work to the judges.
I had a lot of difficulty convincing the client initially to do the face. She had other ideas. I think it came out pretty good.
I really enjoyed that you took one bold color and ran with it with the lips and the nails. And that made it really feminine, I think, and I enjoyed the bold eyes. What I'm curious about right now is why is she shushing?
She said that's like her signature thing she does to people, so that kind of helped me sell the tattoo of the face because she didn't even want a face.
That's the longest finger I've ever seen in my whole entire life. That finger looks more like a stick from Harry Potter, you know? Like I'm waiting for it to have some magic at the end, but the magic is not there.
Also, where's the brawn in this?
If you look at the ring, I actually put a barbell, and that's like upside down lips. I don't know if you could tell that, but she was wearing a super pink pimp slapping ring, and I just basically used that as I kind of hid it in there as like a little subtle thing. I know I took a lot of risk with that, so.
Yeah, it's a chance you took, and the savior for what you did is that overall, it's still a pretty face, and it's a good tattoo.
Melody, please tell the judges about your work.
So for the beauty and brawn, the first thing I thought of was the classic World War II We Can Do It poster. So I wanted to do my own version of that pretty much. I really wanted to emphasize the line work and line variation in it.
I like that you modernized this tattoo. I like the hairstyle, the face, her snarl. I like the wings that you put on the bottom, the patriotic wings that you did. What bothers me the most is that she's not wearing any clothes. I think a strong, beautiful, empowering woman with clothes on is more inspiring than a strong woman who's naked.
I did prefer doing the design without her having clothes on, and then the client agreed as well.
I'm a little bit of a classic girl in some ways. I love just the simplicity of the face. I just love that you took that one simple swoop with the lashes coming out. I mean, it just made it for a cleaner tattoo. I love the snarl. She's like, hey, I don't know what you got. I can wear makeup and be strong.
I'm not even gonna critique the idea of the tattoo, but just aesthetically what it does to me. And I'm all about proportions. So we have a head, and we have this being the center. The hair would be big on the left side of her head and would be smaller on the back side. And that kind of, the proportions now are making me look at this tattoo differently, which I don't want to. I want to look at it as a really beautiful pinup.
J. Michael, please tell the judges about your work.
The idea behind mine was the beautiful flower having the strength to grow out of the harsh environment of the stone statue.
This is incredibly creative, incredibly beautiful. How did you come up with this idea?
It just sort of came to me.
I enjoyed the color contrast, where you took, you know, the flowers blooming through her chest. You have this beautiful, light, bright yellow against this grayscale stone color. The balance between femininity and bronze is apparent here, and you executed it really well.
When I look at this tattoo, I see somebody very, very creative. But I also have to tell you the cons, and one of your problems is proportions. We have her standing in a 3/4 view. And so this shoulder being number one for being the closest shoulder to me. The shoulder in the back would be number 2. But in proportions, it should have been back there. It could have been drawn better.
More perspective on the body.
Yeah. You see it, I see it. Overall, very artistic.
Thank you.
All right, artists, we've heard what the judges have had to say. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the screen, you've been marked out. All right, artists, we've heard what the judges have had to say. If it's your tattoo that shows up on the screen, you've been marked out.
Melody, although you did a great tattoo, super clean, the things you were lacking is the creative part and the lack of experience.
I've enjoyed my time here. I've appreciated the critiques. I'm super bummed not to win. I mean, I'm very competitive, and I'm a fighter. I am a badass babe, and I know that I showed that I'm a badass tattoo artist.
Congratulations, Joe and J. Michael. You've made it to the final round. One of you is going to become the next tattoo titan, walking away with $10,000. But first, you'll face off in one last challenge, Judge's Choice. Artists, please open your tattoo cases. Judges, which style did you choose?
This style is tattoo anime. There's so many great representations of strong women in anime that I thought it would be a lot of fun to do and definitely creative.
For me, there is nothing more badass than a female superhero. So for your challenge today, I want you to incorporate the female form into your tattoo.
I do watch anime, so I have a good idea what it looks like, you know, with the eyes and the skinny figures. Everything's a little more exaggerated, elongated.
Artists, you will have 4 hours to sketch your design and complete your tattoo. Your time starts now.
Hi. How are you? What's your name?
Good, how are you? I'm Zelina.
Selena, I'm Jay. It's nice to meet you. Come on up here and talk to me for a second. So today we're doing anime. Did you have any ideas that you wanted to incorporate?
Ballet, strong, independent woman, yet still very feminine and soft.
Going up against Joe in the final round, I'm feeling confident. We've only seen a black and gray piece and a black and gray and some muddy red color piece from him.
Hi, my name is Karina.
You know anything about anime?
Yeah, I watch a lot of anime. I was kind of thinking a sexy woman, maybe like as a superpower of music, healing through music.
My strategy to beat J. Michael is really just to do a super clean tattoo and basically do not make a single error in anything I do. I have to be on point. Let's do this. How we doing, Jay?
Oh, don't worry about me. Character is sort of dancing gypsy meets X-Men sort of idea.
Going to be flowing magic around her to make her look like she's dancing.
It's perfect.
Right thing?
Yeah.
I gotta remember to keep it simple. My tattoo is like a Shaolin music warrior. I mean, she's got a broadsword and headphones. I mean, that's basically it. I finished my drawing and I realized that this is gonna be too straightforward for the design, and I don't really like it. Okay, no, move on again.
You ready?
Yep.
Just do me a favor, really like that. Perfect.
Time's ticking, and I don't even have a drawing yet, and J. Michael's tattooing already.
I'm feeling confident because Joe's still at the drawing board. I had 5 or 6 different ideas that I could have drawn up right then and there. You don't like that one? Boom, here's another one. Don't like that one? Whatever. I got them all day.
I think I'm finally on the right track because my skin actually likes it.
Oh, sweet. That's gonna look so badass. Yes.
Game on, brother.
Finally.
What's going on, Joe?
Time's ticking.
There's a nice, clean outline. I like the design. Did you draw it?
Yes, and that's where I wasted a lot of time, but it was worth it.
Well, make the magic happen. So let's see how fast you can knock this one out.
I'm confident, but I'm not that confident right now.
How's it going, Jay?
It's going, man.
How do you like the design?
I love it.
You do?
The flow of it's beautiful.
Ami comes over, and, you know, we both look at each other like, yeah, I've got enough time to do this piece the way I want to do it.
Well, I will see you in a bit, and hopefully you'll be smiling.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, see you in a bit.
You know, I think that I'm going home with $10,000.
I'm gonna get pretty aggressive here, so just bear with me. As much as I want to finish it, you want me to finish it so you don't walk away with a half-finished thing.
Popping just a little extra color in her hair to make her a little bit more pizzazzed out. This is my $10,000 tattoo, and I want to put every last bell, whistle, gleam, shine. I want this thing sparkling more than my blinger earrings.
I'm not stopping until I think I'm 100% done.
We're working at the last second. I'm doing this thing for $10,000.
Sometimes the anime hair has like white streaks in it, you know? At this point, I don't give a when you ink all over my shirt, my pants, my face. I am tripping out. I'm having that impending doom feeling right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, machines down. J. Michael and Joe, you each had to do anime tattoos that incorporated the female figure. The judges have had a chance to review your work. But before you hear from them, they want to hear from you. Joe?
My tattoo is basically a future Shaolin music-loving warrior.
I gotta say, I love this drawing. It's super rad. You are an artist, and I 100% appreciate the creativity and your artistic touch on this.
I spent over an hour, I believe, drawing on it, just drawing it, prepping for it, because I knew that was a make or break for me.
When I look at this, it's anime to me, which is what we wanted.
Cool.
There's a couple things that stand out to me. The leg, it seems to be hyperextended there. I can overlook the fact that her foot disappears completely into her hair.
That was strategy.
Strategy? So what was the strategy?
I had trouble drawing that foot, so I just put hair over it. That's basically it.
Okay, I can tell that you had trouble drawing it because this foot's a little, for me, it's a little bit off. But I like the simplicity of it. It's, you know, a female that's rocking a sword.
I look at this tattoo and it's super clean. It's exactly what we expected. The one thing you did hit on the dot is it's anime. When I think of Japanimation, this is what it looks like.
Thank you.
J. Michael, please tell the judges about your work.
My skin was a ballet dancer, so she wanted to incorporate some sort of ballet feel to it. How I achieve that is I'm trying to show a little bit of like spinning, twirling action with her sort of magic that's dancing around her of light.
This, to me, is the best tattoo you've done. It's much smoother than the rest of your tattoos. It makes more sense than the rest of your tattoos. It's not as hectic. Only thing that kind of bothers me is not exactly anime to me. Do you think this is anime?
Well, there's lots of, I mean, your typical anime, no.
Yeah.
There's lots of different styles of anime.
I like this piece a lot.
Thank you.
What I particularly like is that she is so dark and she is mystical, and she's also stunningly beautiful. There's some technical things. The back line comes out a little bit far and the ear is off, but I think the whole piece is very creative.
Thank you.
Artistically, I really like this piece. There's a few things, obviously, that I would have liked to change. I think you started with the little lines on the hair. I would have loved to see it go through the rest of the hair, you know, just for consistency. But all in all, you both did an amazing job on your last tattoo. This is really, really tough to judge.
Artists, I'm going to ask you to please exit the tattoo shop while the judges decide who will become the next tattoo titan, walking away with $10,000.
Torn between a really cool, huge color piece to something that's smaller, a lot more simple. That's so perfect.
Got the challenge.
Right.
It's so perfect and got the challenge.
Technically sound.
But I think one shows anime, which is what we asked, and technique and creativity. Another one just shows technique and creativity.
The toughest choice we had to make.
So have you guys reached a decision?
I'm pretty sure so.
All right, let's bring the artist back in. J. Michael and Joe, the judges have made a decision. If it's your tattoo that appears on the screen, you're walking away a tattoo titan with $10,000. Let's see who the next tattoo titan is.
$10 G's, baby, 10 G's. That doesn't come every day, so I'm very, very stoked.
This was a challenge of anime. And Joe, you hit it right on the dot, and that's why you're the winner. J. Michael, I don't have to tell you you're gonna go far and give you the whole spiel because you already know it. Man, the road ahead of you is just good things.
I feel like I did better use of color, better blends, smoother, cleaner line work. I mean, if you want me to keep going, I can. I mean, it's apparent.
I want to get back to my family. They support me behind everything I do, and I'll be happy to share the glory with them.
On Tattoo Titans, winning is skin deep.
You'll have 3 hours to complete your tattoo.
All right, here we go. The competition is tough.
I feel like my tattoo is just not strong enough.
But the judges are tougher.
You try to put 50 pounds in a 2-pound bag.
I'm disappointed in the lack of creativity.
Her face is jacked up. I could be completely screwed.
Remember, $10,000 is on the line.
Tattoo Titans, all new episode next Thursday at 11, 10 Central on CMT.